All right, let's jump into this problem. A cylinder has a hemispherical hole cut from the top of it. The shaded rim is 3 inches thick. Find the volume of the solid. All right, so this problem is just simply asking us to find the volume of the cylinder and then find the volume of the hemisphere and then subtract it from the volume of the cylinder. So firstly, we need the formulas. So the first formula we're going to need is the volume. Let's just do a little quick review. The volume of the cylinder. So let me just call this VC, and we know this is going to be pi r squared times the height. So that's what's going to be the volume of the cylinder. Now, secondly, we need the volume of the hemisphere. So the volume of the hemisphere, we know, going to simply be half the sphere. We know the formula for the sphere going to be 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So this is going to be 1/2 times 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So here, this formula here going to give me simply 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 4, 2. So this is going to be 2/3 pi r cubed. So with that now being the case, what I'm simply going to need now is the radius. Now, if I look at this carefully, I need the radius of the hemisphere to start off with. And I know that these two measurements are going to be the same. This is going to be x, that's going to be x. For me to be able to calculate what that's going to be. Now, looking at this, I know that's a right triangle. So to find x, all I need to do is use the Pythagorean theorem. So to calculate x, let me just switch up my colors a little bit. I'm going to simply have 10 squared equal to x squared plus x squared. As a result, I'm going to have 100 equal to 2x squared. So my x squared simply going to be 100 divided by 2. So x squared then going to simply be 50. And as a result, x is going to be the square root of 50. So that's going to be my x, and I'm going to leave it like that. So this right here going to simply be the square root of 50. Now, I have everything now to do my calculation. So let me switch up my colors again. Let me use green this time. So my final volume then, simply going to be the volume of the cylinder, which in this case going to be pi times r squared. R in this case going to be my 3 inches thick plus what I got for x. So this is going to be the square root of 50 plus 3 squared times my height for the cylinder, which is 12, minus the second piece now for the hemisphere. So the hemisphere we know is going to be 2/3 pi times my radius in this case now going to simply be just the square root of 50 cubed. Now, once I have this now for the final volume, all I simply need to do now is do my basic calculation with my calculator. All right, so real quick, if I turn this on, my calculation here going to simply be pi square root of 50 plus 3 squared times 12 minus 2/3 pi parentheses square root of 50 cube, and I'm going to get approximately 3083.20. Let's write this to one decimal place. So this is going to be 3083.20, and that's pretty much it for my answer for my final volume.